morning West Coast, good afternoon East Coast, hello to everybody in between and outside. It's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter, and it is the penultimate Sunday here in Texas for me. Penultimate is one of my favorite vocabulary words. Penultimate and haberdashery are two of my favorite vocabulary words ever. I love both of those words. So it is the penultimate Sunday here in Texas, and we are going to spend some time together. I don't have a lot to work on because a lot of my stuff is already packed up, as you can see behind me. A lot of stuff has been packed up, and I have a weird echo going on because everything is off the walls, things are in boxes, so I have a weird echo around me, so I do apologize if I'm like, what's that? What is going on? It's the weird echo. Hey everybody, Joyce is here, Susan's here, Jackie, Dawn, the Siberian Wind, Catherine, Barbara, Susan, did I say Susan? I did say Susan. Karen is here. She says, hi Ian, made it just in time. I thought I was going to have to miss today, but I made it back home. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Doreen, Mary, Flicky Chicky. Look, I know, look at all the boxes. It's crazy, isn't it? Boxes and boxes and boxes for days. Yeah, so it's crazy. I did not, Cindy. Cindy says, hi all, did you see Becca answered all those questions today on Donna's channel? I did not. I've actually been spending time over at my friend's house. My nephew was born a week ago, and so today was the first opportunity that I had the chance to visit him, and I was so excited. He's so precious. I love him. It was good to see him, and of course see my friends before I leave. Because this is probably going to be the last time that I see them in person before I am making the travels. So Shelby's here, good to see you. By the way, Catherine, Shelby, Stacy, Kathy, Miss Brown, Heather, Rachel, guys, thank you so much for being channel support. Thank you very much for being channel members and supporting my channel here on YouTube. And if you're not a channel member, it is totally okay. You can help me by liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos. That's a free way that you can help grow my channel. So thank you very much to all of you for being here today and checking it out. Auntie L says, are you all packed up? I'm about 85%, I think. I think I'm about 85%. This is the week that they come. They're going to be here on Friday to pick up my stuff. So I have to have everything ready to go by Friday, and it's those last minute things that I have. My lamps, my table, the chair, you know, all the last minute things. And I do work part of this week, so I will be like needing my chair and my computer setup and all that kind of stuff. So there's still some stuff that are going to be out for a little bit, and I have the feeling I'm going to be super busy on Thursday and Thursday night getting everything set up. Lucas, hey, good to see you. Lucas has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. And actually, Lucas is a friend of mine. He's going to help me come pack up my TV. My TV that I'm looking at all your comments on is going to get packed up today. So it's crazy. Catherine says, congratulations on your nephew. Bless his life journey always. Absolutely. He's going to have a wonderful life, and I'm so excited for everything. Flicky Cheeky says, I'm a member under another name, but I'm too lazy to flip it over. Flicky Cheeky, I appreciate you being a member of my channel. Let's see. Howdy, 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 everyone. I'm happy that you're getting to follow your dreams, but so very sad to see you're leaving us here in Texas. Thanks for YouTube to keep us connected. Absolutely. I am excited for what's to come. I'm very nervous. There's a lot. Like, moving states is a lot, and I never quite realized how much it's going to be. But I've been here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for 38 years, and it is time for a change. Gosh, am I really 38? I am. It's time for a change. So, something exciting that happened this week. Last week, I talked about, this is the Alula, A-U-L-A keyboard. Y'all saw me rave about this keyboard. I did get an affiliate with them. If you are interested in this keyboard or any of the other keyboards that they have on their website, you know that I would not recommend or talk about a product or service here on my channel that I don't use myself. I love this keyboard. It's actually been a lot of fun to type on this keyboard because I've been keeping, as you can see, track of what's in each of these boxes, and I have been enjoying so much sitting here on this keyboard working to pack up all the boxes and label what's inside of them. So if you are interested, this is the AULA F75 keyboard, and I love it. I have been having so much fun with it. So you can purchase that using the link that is an affiliate link. I do get a small commission at no cost to you. So if you are interested in a mechanical keyboard, check it out. You should see my piles of boxes. Susan, this is only what's on camera at the moment. So Linda says, will you keep the same time for your lives after you move? So Linda, I am planning on staying at the same time. So that means I'll actually be like, personally for me, I will be going live an hour later. But for y'all, it stays the same. We're gonna test that out. We're gonna see if that still fits into my schedule and works the way that I want it to. So 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central is when I'm still planning to be the same time, but that may get adjusted as I settle into my new life out there. Vera asks, are you gonna work for the same company when you move? Yes, I work from home, so I'm able to take my job with me, which I feel incredibly thankful for. Flinky Cheeky says, I moved states at 17 and haven't felt the need to move since. Well, I cannot, like, doing this, I'm like, nobody move. Like, just don't ever move. Like, there's so much that goes into it. Donna says, do I have to meet the movers at the new location by a certain date? Thankfully, they said it could take up to 2 weeks for my stuff to make it there. So Becca's nearby, so if I need her to run over, she can let them in and give them access to it. So if I'm not there yet, Becca will be able to help facilitate that for me. So I'm very thankful for her being able to do that. So there you go. There you go. Blastoma is here and says, at 8 p.m. German time. Hello, everybody. Hello, Blastoma. Good to see you at 8 p.m. in Germany. So it is 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. in Germany. Next week, by the way, we will be opening the Open Gates Boo Box and the Ginger Quilters Halloween it's like super fantastic Halloween box. So join me next week. That is going to be the last live. I can't believe I'm saying that. That is going to be the last live stream from here in Texas. So join me next week as we open up those boxes and see what they have inside of them. And I've not spoiled it at all. I have no spoilers whatsoever. I am super excited to see what's inside of those boxes. But yeah, that's going to be it. So many boxes, right, Becca? Good to see you, Becca. Today, I'm going to be working on, this was actually from the Fat Quarter Shop's Halloween mystery box last year. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be working on binding. I'm going to work, not binding, excuse me. I'm going to work on the sleeve because I want to put this up when I get to my new location. So I'm going to be working on putting the quilt sleeve on today. And we're just going to sit and chat. Like, that's all that I really had planned for today. I did find my hand sewing stuff, so that's good. But yeah, that's all we're going to be doing today because, like I said, everything's packed up. So we're just going to sit and chat. Flicky Chicky says, you and Tiffany are my only lives, usually since you are later for CA time. I wanted to do it that way. Hey Josh, good to see you. Josh says, happy for you and your new adventures. Hey, I'll let you know, Josh, if that is some place to add to your list. So today I'm going to just do some hand sewing, which y'all know I am not super thrilled with, but that's all we could really do. I have packed up my sewing machines. I need to pack up my lights. After this live stream is over, the ring light that I'm using right now, that's going to get packed away. I've packed pretty much a lot of my supplies away. So there's not much that I could really do today other than this. So Shelby, I love it. I really love this wall hanging. I think it's super cute, and I'm really that's so I wasn't like thrilled with their box last year. It was fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It just there was a lot of things that weren't geared for me. You know, there was a lot of things that weren't geared for me, and I just didn't feel like I really wanted to order it again this year. I saw it advertised again and I thought about it for half a second, but then I was like, you know what? It's not geared for me and it's not to my taste, but I do love this project that came out of it. It is an easy project and a lot of fun. So I do like this project that came in the box. 4, 5, 6, there we go. Claudia says, hi Ian, my package arrived Friday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it and I've already started making it. I'm so glad. I was tracking it and I saw that it got delivered on Friday and I was actually going to reach out to you and say, hey, did you get your package? But here you are answering my question for me. So that's perfect. Let's see. Susan, got to be here at the start since I stayed home from church. Yes, you do, Becca. You do see pencil. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I was going to... I forgot about that. So I was going to do a giveaway because I was trying to sell these pouches, but it's at the point that I just need to give these away because I don't want to pack them. So I'm going to do a giveaway, and I meant to set that up before we got started today, and I totally forgot. But I have 3 pencil pouches or tool pouches or whatever you want to call them. Let me get that set up in the system, and we'll do a giveaway with them. How about that? Anna says, love the later sewing time. It allows me to sleep in, get moving slowly, and join you for breakfast. That is why I did that, actually. I specifically... booked a later time because I know a lot of times I'm trying to get stuff, like, just get going. So a lot of times I will, where am I going? I am going to, what is this called? Streamlabs. That's the one. A lot of times when I go live at 1, like, that's a good balance for me because I'm like, okay, I've had my breakfast. I've had my time to be lazy and slowly get started and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of times it's a good, did it already? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Trying to talk and do things at the same time is hard sometimes. Pick something up for you at the Oak Show, says Auntie Carol. I'll wait until after you move to send. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yes, it is probably best to wait until after I get settled in. Where's this one? I'm working on my not so little quilt that was a ghost. Oh, that's awesome. I really want to make one of those, to be honest. Giveaways, this button. Sue says, I hope your move goes smoothly. Thank you, me too. Oh no. Auntie L says, I slept through Donna's live. Apparently 6 a.m. is too early for me. Oh no. Zippered pouch. Alrighty, so we're gonna set this up for an hour. And okay, so here's the rules for this. I'm gonna set it up for an hour. Do I want to do this international? I will do this international, but if you are international, you have to pay for shipping. You have to help me out with shipping. Is that fair? Does that work? I think there's a bird outside. I think we'll do it that way. Yeah, me too, Lucas. Lucas says, I hope the TV packing goes smoothly. You and me both. You and me both. Hey, Leo. Hey, Leo. Good. Leo's in the chat. Flicky Cheeky said, decided I wanted one on my bed and I'm trying to be scrappy. I don't do scrap. It's hard for me to do scrappy too. So, Patricia says, my first live stream, usually catch on the replay. Hi all, welcome. I'm so glad that you made it to the live stream. Tracy, ugh, just ran out of thread. I thought I had more, but it was a different color. Guess I had time for a trip to the store. Well, Tracy, I hope they have your, your thread there. Catherine says, do you have a tentative restart date for us? So I am planning not to miss any live streams. We'll see if that pans out, but I'm hoping to stay on the regular pattern. So I should be in between. The actual move will be in between. So I should be live normal time. All right, so I've gone ahead. If you are watching this on the live stream right now, go ahead and type !raffle into the chat. I am ready to move. I'm so ready to move. If you are currently here on the live stream, go ahead and type !raffle in the chat. If you are watching this on the replay, if it does not say that I am live at this moment, if you cannot type in the live chat, then unfortunately this raffle has closed and you are not able to enter anymore, unfortunately. I know, Anna, it is ambitious to not miss a live, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and not miss a live. My first live, first of all, I'm not gonna have a space set up yet, so it's probably gonna be me sitting in Becca's craft room, being like, "Hi guys, I made it." But I don't know. I think I'm gonna be like opening packages and stuff the first live stream. I don't think we're going to actually be doing anything the first live stream because it is going to be so new. Like, I'm not going to have anything to work on yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Plans can change. Come on. Get started, Ian. There we go. Finally. So I have 3 of these zippered pouches to give away. So we'll be giving away 3. Again, if you are international, I would ask for help with shipping, but you're more than welcome to enter. Auntie L says, how many days will it take to drive from Texas to Virginia? I'm going to go a roundabout way, so I'm not going direct from DFW to Virginia. I'm actually going to go visit some friends. So I'm actually going up to St. Louis, down to Nashville, and then to Virginia. And I am going to be passing through Paducah. I specifically kind of set up that route so that way I would pass through Paducah. If you live near or in Paducah, I'm interested in possibly stopping by Hancock's, possibly stopping by the Quilt Museum. I haven't quite decided. And honestly, it may be a decision day of that happens, like how am I feeling and all that kind of stuff. So if you are in the Paducah area, let me know. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, live stream while setting up your space. Hey, Becca did that, and she suggested that I think about doing it as well. So it is entirely possible that I may be setting up my space while on live stream. It just depends on when my stuff actually makes it. What happened? Oh, I got a knot in the thread already? Really? How did I do that? I have no idea. Oh, Lucas, that's so sweet. If International wins the raffle, I'll cover the shipping. Lucas, thank you. That's so kind of you. All right, guys. A huge thanks to Lucas. He's offering to pay international shipping if you are international. That is extremely kind of you, Lucas. Thank you. And I know everybody here appreciates that as well. Ah, pile of boxes, yes. Yes, many boxes. Don't tell me I got another knot. Did I get two? I literally got 2 knots in here. How the heck did I do that? No idea. When do you leave Texas? I'm not going to give the specific day. I don't like to, put my information out there like that, but I will be leaving a few days after they pick up my stuff. So is it next week? Yeah, I'm leaving next week. Wow, that feels weird to say. I see you're taking a whole bunch of Texas air filters with you. Yes, Mama J. I am taking a whole bunch of air filters with me. Thankfully, my friends have had boxes to give me, which has been great. So I've been using the boxes that they've given me. Sky says, I just got my jelly roll. Awesome. Lisa says, very excited. I bought 3 vintage machines this weekend, picked up a Singer 99, a Featherweight, and a 301. Awesome, Lisa. That sounds awesome. Yo Patty G says, wow, just got here in time for Pack It Up Day and a giveaway, right? Yep, don't forget, type exclamation raffle in the chat. Irish Sail Lady says, I was just down on my boat making room for my making room to move my stuff into the galley, and then my international clock went off and said later to this. I have to go and watch Ian. Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. Joe says that I need to stop by Virginia's Quilt Museum. That is definitely in the possible plans for like a trip with Becca. I think that would be really fun to check that out. So I think at some point Becca and I may go, because we were going to do that when I was there in November, and then we realized that they were closed. Is it Johnny? John? I feel like that's Johnny, but I could be wrong. Says, hi Ian, so glad I got home to see your live today. I'm glad that you're here. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly, and if I didn't, I do apologize. Terry says, run the thread through beeswax. That will help keep it from tangling. You know what? I really should get some of that, what is that stuff called? Glide? I think it is. Should get some. Vet clinics always have boxes too. And I just broke thread. I knew I was going to do that. Oh boy. This is starting off to be a great project, right? Oh well, it happens. Laura says, super late, but here. Not at all. You are never late. No one is ever late onto my channel. We all have lives to lead, and, sometimes I don't make it to Becca's, and there's a lot of times that I don't make it to Tiffany's, so it is A-okay. The good news is that this is not like super fancy, and I don't have to worry about this being entered into shows. Susan says it also could be the angle you're sewing at. It could be that too. Could be that too. Cheryl asks, so Ian, are you taking a Sunday or 2 off to get into your new place? I'm hoping, this is a lofty goal, but I'm hoping not to interrupt my live streams. So I am going to be like moving in between live streams. So I think I'll be able to continue the schedule. We'll see. Right, exactly. Donna says, look at it like the last annoying thing that will be happening in Texas, right? Ain't that the truth? Moldy Lasagna is here. Good to see you, Moldy Lasagna. All quilt projects are special, especially when you finish them. Absolutely. I'm going to be very happy once I finish this. Y'all know how much I hate hand sewing. I just suck at it. I just suck at hand sewing. You know, come on. Oops. Oops. Come on. Work with me. Work with me, project. Work with me. Doobie-doobie-doo. Becca says, well, if you want to stream from my place while you're getting things set up, you're welcome to come over. That was, I'm thinking that's going to be the plan, Becca. I think I'm going to pop over and do some live streaming from your location for a little bit. At least until I can kind of get things set up. Let's see here. Ellen says, too bad you don't have any local friends who love hand sewing. Wink, wink. True. Very true. I'll just send it all to you then. I'll just send it all over to you. Sherry says, yeah, I suck at hand sewing too. I guess I need to just practice is probably what I need to do, but I'd rather just sew on a machine and spend that time working on that, right? Tony says, I like dishes. The more you hate doing them, the longer you put them. It's like dishes. The longer you, the more you, yep, that. What you said. I know, I'm bad about leaving dishes in my sink. Right? That's true. That is true. If you go to Becca's, we'll get extra laughs. That is very true. We'll get quotes like, Ian, look at my rack. God, that cracks me up every single time I think about it. Every single time. Ian, just look at my rack. I maybe attached the sleeve to my quilt, to my show quilt when I was quilting. Took some finagling, but worked. You attached it to your quilt while you were quilting it? Wouldn't you see the line on the bottom? That's the only reason that I do the hand sewing for the quilt sleeve, is because otherwise I know like you will be able to see the sewing line from the front. Always fun times at Becca's. Ain't that the truth? That is absolutely the truth. Joydy says, it looks like you're almost ready. I'm about 85% ready. It's down to those like last minute things that I need to have. Shelby says, oh, Susan, I totally forgot to send you those tiny sewing needles. I'll get those in the mail this week. She said it exactly like that. Same tone, same voice, everything. Exactly. Jackie says, I'm packing my Open Gates quilt box to work on next summer. I can't keep everything unpacked. Some things just have to get packed. Totally understand that, Jackie. Somebody asked me about, and I missed it, I'm sorry. Somebody said, asked me about the Halloween boxes, and I missed your question. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember exactly what the question was. Sorry. If that was you, go ahead and retype it into the chat for me, please. Sorry to make you do that again. Ellen says that she thinks hand sewing is very relaxing. Great, I'll send everything to you from now on. Just kidding. No, once I get in the rhythm, it's fine. But it's like the thread breaks, the thread knots, all those kinds of things. That gets really tedious and I hate it. Plus, a lot of times my fingers get very tender doing it because, I don't know, I guess I hold the needle weirdly. I don't know. Flicky Cheeky says, yep, sewed it with a quilting line right side to quilt back, then repinned it right side out so it didn't quilt it. Interesting. I know. Tony says, laugh my backside off when you're at Becca's. Me too. Becca and I laugh so much. And there will be more laughters to come. If you type !podcast in the chat, you will get the link to the podcast that Becca and I are hoping to get started once I get in that area. Oh no, Susan says, COVID has put a big halt on my packing. Susan, I'm so sorry that you have COVID. Or wait, I shouldn't assume that you have COVID. Maybe it's somebody in your household or something like that. Ellen says, just sewing up around Maine on your way. Just swing up by Maine on your way up. Yep, there you go. Even though that is very much an out-of-the-way detour, I would totally do it. Jackie says, Ian, do you have the Open Gates Boo box? I do. I do have that one. I have the Open Gates and the Ginger Quilter boxes. I will be opening those next weekend. I can't wait to see what's inside of them. Mama Harden says, I live about 5 hours from Becca in North Carolina. I love hand sewing when my hand doesn't hurt. That is one of the major things for me, is like my hands kind of get tender doing it. So I went and saw my mom yesterday and I gave her the quilt. I told her that it was an early Christmas present and I didn't want to have to pack it, get it moved and then ship it back. So I did give her the quilt. I did feel a little bit like Brie Vandekamp. If you have ever watched Desperate Housewives, I gave her the box. I didn't wrap it. I didn't anything. I just gave her a box because I literally have no wrapping paper. Gave her the box and I said, I'm going to need the box back. And if you ever watched Desperate Housewives back in the day, you know that Brie Vandekamp would welcome people to the neighborhood by giving them a basket of goodies, but she would say that she needed the basket back. So she and I we watched that show when it was on air, and I was like, I feel very much like Brie Vandekamp. I'm going to need the box back, and she just laughed. Cheryl says, I just got the notification that Ian is live. That's weird that you are just now getting it. Susan says, I love handwork. I'm a hand quilter, SW binding, sewing the binding on the back and try it again. Sewing the binding to the back and hand sewing the hanging sleeves by hand. This is the only hand sewing that I do, is working on the sleeves. And thankfully this is not a big one, so I can do this. Linda says, I love hand sewing in my lap. I don't know if I like it on a tabletop. It looks like it would be awkward. It is a little awkward. Maybe if I had a recliner and, was doing it in a recliner, maybe I'd be happier about that. But Joe says, hey, I live an hour and a half from Becca. Looks like a lot of y'all are near Becca. And soon to be me. Linda says, love Desperate Housewives. Wasn't that a great show? I really loved that show a lot. I was very sad when it finally went off the air. Lynn says, coming in on the replay, had to go buy worms to put in the new flower bed. Well, Lynn, thankfully, you are sending messages in present time, and so I can see them. So you may be behind. So hello, Lynn. This is Ian from the future. Everything's going well. Everything's going great. Like, the future's amazing. Sammy says, I do English paper piecing. Snots of hand sewing. However, I am currently stitching stuffed animals shut, and I hate it. Yeah, it's when you're not doing that comfort zone type work, it's not fun. Flicky Cheeky says, I wrap presents in fabric that I don't want to use. That's a good idea. Hey, Katie, good to see you. Tony says, hey, you could put it in a hoop and hand sew it easier. I bet that would be easier. I bet you it would be. But yeah, Mom was really happy with the quilt. I knew she would be because purple is her favorite color. And so she really liked it. Oh, you can kind of see from the front side that I sewed a stitch line there. Oh, well, whatever. The fabric gift wrap idea is an amazing... Lucas says the fabric gift wrap is an amazing idea, isn't it? My uncle, former uncle, he would wrap all of his presents to us in newspaper. We could always tell which gifts were from him. Which, I mean, hey, do what you do, right? Like, there's no shame in that whatsoever. Karen says, I'm only 9 hours from Becca. Come see me! Oh, if you are going to Quiltcon, don't forget that registration opened back up again. So if you are going to be going to Quiltcon, make sure to get that registration in. If you are a Modern Quilt Guild member, you get free admission into all 4 days of the show floor. So make sure to go claim your ticket for that. If you are not a Modern Quilt Guild member, those tickets will go on sale a little bit later. And yes, I am going to be joining the DC Modern Quilt Guild. That is going to be happening, and I think I'm going to, I think I convinced Becca to join with me, so. Barbara says, I just returned home from vacation in Tennessee. I purchased a quilt kit and 2 patterns from a quaint quilt shop in Pigeon Forge, the Cherry Pit, to keep me busy this winter. Catherine says, I'm about 6 hours from Becca. Flicky Cheeky says, we actually have a stash of fabric wrapping paper now because I always get fabric I really like and now are meh, less wasteful than paper. That is true. Ewoks are better than teddy bears. That is true. Those were cute little Ewoks. My son uses the Sunday comics to wrap his niece's gifts. That's, yeah, that was pretty much what my uncle did. Oh no, Susan. Susan says, I ran out of tissue. My nose is really running. No. When I used to take the train back and forth between Fort Worth and Dallas for work, there was one day that I got a runny nose on the train, like real bad. And it just hit out of nowhere, and it's one of those that you like weren't prepared for. I usually kept like Kleenexes in my backpack, but I'd forgotten to replace them or something. And this nice lady on the train, she like gave me, like, I thought she was just giving me a Kleenex. She like handed me the Kleenex pack, travel pack, and I thought she was just giving me one of the Kleenexes. And so I gave it back to her, and then like she could tell that my nose was still running pretty badly, and so she like handed it back to me and was like, here, just take the whole thing. I was like, thank you, appreciate it. Flicky Chicky says, my local modern guild is weird, but the night guild is fun. Leo says, I've told my family to wrap my gifts in fabric just so that they won't buy me fabric. Oh, so just that they would buy me fabric. Oh, that's funny. Donna says, TMI, Susan. Ew. Hey, Susan, you know what? It's not fun to run out of tissues. Ruby says, I make pillowcases for gift wrapping. That's a good idea, too. I like that idea. Put a little bow on it, and there you go. Lily says, I officially hate French seams. Just need to vent. Hey, I feel that. I tried to do French seams for a t-shirt pattern, or excuse me, a button-up shirt pattern. Ugh, bleh. Sucked. Auntie Carol says, are you going to Donna's retreat in June? No, I won't be going to that, unfortunately. I only get so many days off of work, and I've got to use those sparingly, especially since next year I am going to be going to Disney World near Christmas. So in December, I'm hoping to go to Disney with my friend. I'd run and buy it, but having COVID, nope. Susan, maybe you could use one of the apps like DoorDash. Maybe you can DoorDash some tissues. Flicky Cheeky says, we also use flannel for our tissues now. We've gone weird on our anti-paper life. Dorothea, I think I said that right, has a question for those of you who use fabric for gift wrap. They asked, do you use tape for the gift wrap? It's a great question. I'd be curious too. Just caught my pinky in there. Lots of shows going on. Remember, guys, if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Margot the Boxer, aka Change Happens, is going to be on display at the State Fair of Texas for the next month-ish, a little less than a month. So if you go to the State Fair of Texas, make sure to check out the arts and crafts. There's some really great quilts. I saw the quilts hanging there this year. So make sure to go check those out. Also, if you are in Austin or near the Austin area, the Austin Quilt Show is going to be happening. What days are those? Austin Quilt Show is happening Friday, the September 27th through Sunday, September 29th. Those are 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then Sunday will be 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday will be the same, and then Sunday will be 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is $10 if you want to go visit that show. And I'll have 3 quilts in that show, including the 4-letter banana quilt will be on display, which I'm super happy that Austin is going to be displaying that one, since that one doesn't get hung very often. It's not very well hung. So that will be the Austin Quilt Show, and then the Becca and I have entered the Cabin Branch. I don't even know the name of my new guild. Cabin Branch Quilters will have their show Let's see if I can pull it up on their website. That'll be October 5th, 6th, October 5th and 6th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Did I do that again? Did I say 10 p.m. again? I may have. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday, October 6th. Admission is $10. 12 and under get in free. It is at the Louise A. Benton Middle School. So I will have 3 quilts in the show, and I believe Becca will also have 3 quilts in the show. So you can check that out, cabinbranchquilters.com, or you can check out aaqg.org. So if you're going to the Austin, aaqg.org. If you're wanting to check out the Cabin Branch Quilters, cabinbranchquilters.com. And I will be at the Cabin Branch Quilters. Both Becca and I will be there. Lucas says, banana four-letter banana quilt is my favorite. I love it too. Flicky Cheeky says, you can make fancy versions with ties attached, but I'm too lazy. I feel that laziness all too often. Dorothea, you are welcome. Priscilla says, have you considered using the triangle hangers that Becky Thompson uses? They require only a single hand stitch on each. So I have done that before. I actually on my, well, hang on. I'm going to go off screen for a moment. My mic may cut off for a moment. Hold on. Let me show you. I did do that once. Nope, that's not it. Where is the quilt that I was thinking of? I don't know if y'all can even hear me at this. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I'm all the way in my bedroom. I'm way back here. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Again, I have no idea. Could y'all hear me while I walked away? Sorry if y'all couldn't. I do apologize if you couldn't hear me. But, so I did do on this quilt, let me see myself. Oops. So on this quilt, I did do the corners. I actually have pocket corners, and I have dowels. And so I stick the dowel into those pocket corners to get it to stay. Oh, I was almost like doing, well, it doesn't matter. I'm getting ready to leave, but this is the front of it. This is the one. This was the hole punch hoop that I did. So, nope, can't hear you. Not all the way in the bedroom. Not at all. So yeah, so that is that. Kermit boy, yeah, right. Kermit voice from the bedroom. DoorDash isn't a thing where I live. That's what hubby is for. Love that. Cheryl, I can hear you, Pee-wee. Isn't it? I love that pattern. I really love how it turned out. There's a little mess up on it. There's actually a couple mess ups, but this was my first time doing the Drunkard's path, so I feel like I did pretty well. But I know we're not supposed to show our like mistakes, but you know, like this, there's a little bit of a disjointedness there. And I actually used a marker. It was supposed to be a like a marker that would come out, but it didn't. So, you know, it's not perfect, but I'm happy with it. I still think it looks, I still think it looks good. Lucas, hubby equals DoorDash with benefits. True story. If only I could get a husband. Anywho. Thank you, Zaza. I appreciate that. Christina, check spelling. Christina, something is wrong with your spelling, and I can't. Oh, yeah, I see it. Christina, you misspelled raffle, so make sure to type it in again. Exclamation raffle. Spell check sucks. I hate spell check. Lucas says, I want to buy that and hang it in my office. I might sell it to you. I don't know. I haven't decided. Man on the galloping horse would not see the defects. Ain't that the truth? I love that reference. Ever since I heard it, I'm like, you know what? True. Man on a galloping horse would not see that. Michelle says, yes, we could hear you. That's nice. That's funny that my microphone works all the way back. See, right behind me, on the other side of this wall, is my water heater, my washer, my dryer, all that. So I never know if, like, the microphone connection is able to connect through all of that metal. In my old apartment, when I had my roommate, the Wi-Fi router was in my bathroom closet. Why they put it there, I don't know, but it was in the bathroom closet, and my roommate, the direct line of sight from the router to her room, the HVAC unit was in between, and so she could not get internet service because of the HVAC unit. So we had to get a mesh system, so that way it could literally like route it around the HVAC. Oop, that one I need to go back on. I just realized that I went all the way through the quilt, so I'm going to undo what I just did. I was too busy talking. Oh, I could figure out the emojis there for a moment. Donna put into the chat, she put a whole bunch of horse emojis. I was like, what? I don't understand. Galloping horse. Got it. Oh, I have fat fingers and dyslexia. That makes for quite the combination. Donna says, I never thought I would have to admit to hearing Ian in his bedroom. Stranger things have happened. Flicky Cheeky says we had to really update our Wi-Fi when two of my roommates worked from home. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing. So funny story. When I helped, so the first Quiltcon that I went to was in Austin. And I volunteered to help take down the quilts. If you ever go to Quiltcon, do sign up. Like, if you want to help out and want to spend some time up close with the quilts, be a volunteer to take down the quilts at the end of Quiltcon. It is a lot of fun. It is work, but it's a lot of fun because you get up close and personal with them. You of course have your white glove people who are folding up the quilts and getting them ready, but it's awesome. It's really cool. But anyways, I was helping to take stuff down, and we were in the elevator, and it was a couple of the MQG staff. It was actually the president of the MQG and another person, and we were all in the elevator, and one of them really liked my shirt, and it was the pink shirt with like skulls and roses and stuff. She's like, that would make some excellent material. And I was like, yeah, I really like this shirt too. And they joked, and they were like, hey, hold him down, I'll tear off his shirt and we can run away with it. And I was like, well, that's the first time a woman's ever threatened to rip my shirt off. It was funny. It was really, really funny. We all laughed. Yeah. What is a mesh? So mesh, by the way, Barbara, make sure no space in between Raffle and the exclamation point. Mesh Wi-Fi is basically, you have a whole bunch of Wi-Fi devices that are spread amongst your residents, and they all interconnect with each other to provide a full coverage of internet service. So if you have any like dead areas where Wi-Fi is not as strong, that mesh can help fill in those gaps. So hopefully you don't have any dead spaces. I have a booster in our back room. Is that it? Flicky Cheeky says, I do setup and takedown. Oh, you have a booster in your back room. Oh, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like a booster, but the mesh is like all the devices are... A booster is kind of like a repeater, right? Where it's like they talk to each other kind of, I'm not describing this very well, but it's kind of like a one-way, no, it's a two-way thing, but it's like, I don't know. Mesh is like they're all working together to pick up the signal. D. Adams says, I'm still planning to swing by the Austin Quilt Show. Besides the 4-letter banana quilt, what else did you submit? I'm going to try and take pictures. I submitted the 4-letter banana quilt. I also submitted Daydreamer Butterfly Effect, and I submitted the Halloween quilt. The My Queen quilt will also be on display. Lucas is heading my way. Okay, sounds good. See you soon. Zaza says we have boosters for our Wi-Fi. It's kind of the same idea, but like Mesh does it a little bit differently. Instead of having like a dedicated repeater that just sends the signals back and forth, it becomes the thing, sort of. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Flicky Cheeky. Yeah, boosters are repeaters, while mesh is basically baby routers. So you have like one router that's like the main router, and then you have like baby routers throughout the rest of the house. Hey, Eric, good to see you. Eric says, I am visually playing Connect the Dots to see all the green circles. Oh, yeah. I was like, what green circles are you talking about? Oh, it's the ones behind me. Oh, I should have referred to Shelby in the first place because Shelby is a tech wizard, so she would probably be able to explain it way better than I could. But boosters have the effect of extending the effective range of the Wi-Fi signal. Hi, Deb. Good to see you. Shelby, are you going to Quiltcon next year? I can't remember. I probably asked you this like 5 times now. Actually, let's do this. If you are planning to go to Quiltcon next year in Phoenix, put a heart into the chat. Kirk, why do I do that, Deborah? Why do I do that? Every single time I'm like, Kirk, no, Deborah. Deborah says, hello. Looks like moving day is getting closer. So excited. You and me both. I'm ready to not be living out of boxes. Shelby, you definitely are a wizard. I know where Shelby works, and she's a wizard. Shelby says she will be at Quiltcon. Awesome. Becca has 4 hearts in the chat. Becca, of course, will be at Quiltcon. I will be there as well. I know, Zaza. Zaza, you just need to make the trip over the pond. Make the trip over the pond and come visit and do Quiltcon. Shelby's going. Tammy is going. The bright green circles remind me of a tulip ink design, right? It does kind of look like it. Zaza says, try living in a small town. The Wi-Fi is not great. I have done not great Wi-Fi, and it is not fun. Auntie L says, I have a 2-story house and we have a mesh system. My son set it up. Mesh is really great. And I think somebody put it in the chat. Basically, like the repeater, the boosters are like repeaters. And if you get multiple people on the repeater, they're having trouble, like that slows it and bogs it down. Mesh system, though, kind of allows for more streams of internet, so you can hopefully not bog down the system with, you know, a whole bunch of people being on it. Flicky Cheeky says it's too close to Road to California, and Phoenix is so expensive for Quiltcon. It is expensive. I was looking at hotel rooms, and I was like, oh my goodness. That is a lot. But I know Di from Sister Chicks, she will be there. And I hear some other people will be there as well. Waiting for the year after near North Carolina. My home is about 80 miles from Raleigh. Janice, I will be planning to be back there as well. Zaza says, I'll wait for it on the East Coast as it's not so far. Zaza, 2026, it's back in Raleigh, so I'm going to expect you there, yeah. Barbara says, I'm recovering from carpal tunnel surgery. I was sewing hexies. Stitch came out Friday. That was the longest 2 weeks ever. I hope your recovery is going well. It sounds like you're back to normal. I did have another friend who did the carpal tunnel surgery recently, and he was so thankful that he did it. Snarky Old Lady, wonderful name, by the way, says, what was the first quilt you ever made? The first quilt that I ever made was the quilt with my aunt. It was a Disney quilt. I'm a huge Disney fan, as y'all I'm sure you all know very well that I'm a huge Disney fan. So we made a Disney quilt, and that was the first quilt that I made ever. And then I've just been chugging along since. Leo says, hope I didn't miss too much. I stepped out because some friends of ours just gave us a TV since they wanted a larger one. Awesome. No, you just missed chit-chatting and all of us killing time. That was nice of them to give you the TV. Our Iowa house is in the country, and we're getting fiber optic. Lines are in, now just waiting for the internet company. Awesome, Stephanie. Fiber optic is amazing. I'm a little sad that I'm not going to have fiber optic anymore. I really love fiber optic. It's great. Susan says, I am lucky. No need for a hotel. I have a brother who lives only an hour away. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Visit your brother and go to Quiltcon. That's awesome. Leo says, Becca, you can send Ian's boxes to me, and then he has a reason to come back to Texas. Well, I mean, There are other reasons for you to come to DC, Leo. I'm so bad at keeping secrets. I'm so bad. So bad. Dale says the Bear Quilter said he was going to Quiltcon. You should do. So the funny thing about last year is, Becca, should I even tell this story? Should I tell this story or should I not? I feel like, I don't know. Tell them. All right, I will. So last year, as we're going up and down the aisles, you know, Becca, Tiffany, Bill, myself, we're all going up and down the aisles, and it's Spill the Tea. And it's funny because Becca just, she was kind of collecting the gays. Like me, Bill, the Bear Quilter, like we all just ended up in a group together, and Becca was like, I'm just collecting the gays. Instead of collecting trading cards, I just collect gays. I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Leo should be enough of a reason to visit Texas. Shelley, duh. That and all of my chosen family and my nieces and my nephews and all my friends. Yeah, I'm planning on, whenever I get the chance, coming back here frequently. I know, it will be, Leo. Yep, so yes, I actually met the Bear Quilter last year at Quiltcon, and he hung out with Becca and our group for a little bit. So he's a great guy. Donnell popped in and she said, hey, Ian and everyone in the chat, sorry I'm late. I was visiting with my grandma. No worries. No worries at all. Hope you had a good visit with your grandma. Oh, that's right. Todd did. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Todd, the Bear Quilter, and Becca were wearing the same shirt, so they had matching shirts on. So she was like really collecting the gays that day. Linda says, ha ha ha, that was a good one, Becca. Fun group to have a collection of, right? I mean, I think we're kind of cool people. I'm excited to go back. I'm very excited. Becca and I, of course, will be flying together. And so I've been watching flights, you know, when prices drop and all that kind of stuff. So what the heck? There we go. But yeah, I've been watching airline tickets, making sure that, you know, we don't miss a good deal or anything. Becca says, I can't help it. I have a magnetic personality. You do. You really, really do. Right? Donnell, uh-oh, 4-letter word, hand sewing, right? So true. So true. Carolyn says, hello, friends. Just finished one cupboard. Are you reorganizing? Meow says, hi, Ian. Thanks for giving me the info to contact Monique. I was able to get the pattern from her. Thank you. You are so welcome. I'm so glad that she was able to give you the pattern. Meow, I don't remember your name, but she had emailed me asking me for the My Queen pattern, and I told her to reach out to Monique because that was from the last year's Boo Box, and I didn't know if Monique, you know, still sold it or whatever, so I told her to reach out to Monique, and it sounds like that Monique was able to provide the pattern for her. Awesome. And I just did it again. Caught the front. I can think of worse things to collect. Quilting Frog is here and says, hello everybody, so glad that it is no longer 115. Same. Math Geek, aka Shelby, says, Quiltcon was so much fun, I can't wait for February. I cannot wait for February either. I'm not doing any classes at Quiltcon this year, but Becca is actually going to be taking Leo's class. So is Bill. They're going to be taking Leo's class. So I'm super excited for them to actually meet up in person for the first time. And of course, I can't wait to hang out with Leo while he's there, and Steven. Are you going to be there all 4 days, Leo? Flicky Chicky, we had 80s for about 3 or 4 days, and then it's gone back up into the 80s, or high 80s, 90s, almost 100. Pardon me. Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. Can we not up, please? I'm gonna have to buy some of that. What is it? Glide thread? No, glide is a type of thread, but there's like something that you can use on your thread. I know it's beeswax, but there's a name, and I'm forgetting the name. Jill says, I met Leo at our Quilt Guild meeting, and it was an honor to meet him in person. He's a very special person. He is amazing. His personality is radiant. I love him to death. He's great. He's truly, truly great. You just know, like, when people are amazing, and he's like one of those people that you just know he's amazing. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Shelby's not going to do any classes either. More time to visit with people, shopping, and looking at the quilts. That's what I thought. Like, I looked at the classes this year, and I was like, nothing really strikes my fancy. So I was like, you know what? More time to hang out with friends and chat and look and shop and all the things. Oh, thank you, Flicky Cheeky. You're so kind. Thread magic. Is that it? I feel like there's another one. Susan says, I'm only going to be at Quiltcon for 1 day. You will have a jam-packed day, that is for sure. Hope you got your walking shoes on and you are ready to go. Yeah, I wasn't really interested in the classes this year. I mean, it happens. There are years that the classes, I want to take like 20 of them, and then other times there's like just one, so. Donnell says, my lip balms are great thread conditioners for hand sewing. Hadn't thought about that, because that is beeswax. Hey, Banana Joe, good to see you. I was wondering where you were at. Okay. I don't know if you watch my channel. So yesterday, I went to a U-Haul store in Fort Worth, and there was a gentleman working the counter. He was the only one working, and I was wearing my Singer shirt. I had the yellow Singer shirt on, and I was buying the boxes that I needed, and he said, "Oh, your shirt. My mother, I think he said his mother-in-law. I think it was his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law works on Singer machines, and she does quilting." And I was like, "I do quilting too." And he was like, "You may have come across her at some point," because I was like, "I'm in a guild in Fort Worth," and he said, "She's in a guild in Fort Worth." So if you watch my channel and I think it's your son-in-law works at U-Haul, I met your son-in-law. And yeah, so I was like, I was so flustered, I didn't even I didn't even ask what her name was, so I didn't even get it. So Donnell says, "Leo, your work is absolutely amazing. I've taken a few of your classes with Handmade by Ying with Donna." And the raffle just ended. We'll do that here in just a second. Leo says, "If anyone is in the DFW area, I am going to be teaching at the Johnson County Quilt Guild Show September of 2025. So if you miss Quiltcon, maybe you can catch him there." And then in 2026, you may have another opportunity. But I digress and move on. Oh, Banana Joe was watching Deadpool and Wolverine. How was the movie? Did you like it? Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is awesome. Looks like Zaza liked Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, that's right. It is your birthday. Happy birthday, Banana Joe. Totally forgot. You told us last weekend that today was going to be your birthday. Flicky Chicky is asking in the chat if anyone is doing a if anyone is going to Road to California. She's going to be there and would love to meet up. Oh, Banana Joe says it was in Italian and she would have loved to have seen it in English. They dubbed over Ryan Reynolds? What? Mama J says, "Howdy, anyone who came in since my first howdy. I'm watching from bed and it's hard to watch the chat and the captions. High pain day for some reason." I'm so sorry. Sorry to hear that. Should we sing to Banana Joe? Happy birthday to you. Wait. Are you ready for my official birthday song? All right. Banana Joe, just for you. Ready? Here's your birthday song. Here's your birthday song. It's not very long. Hey! So Fun Creation says hello from Texas, everyone. Hello. Good to see you, Kathy. Auntie L says, "I'm going to try to go to Road to California. It's about a 4-hour drive from me. So you and Flicky Chicky could meet up." I love that birthday song. Every time I'm like, "Okay, we're going to sing you a birthday song," I sing that, and they're like, oh. Right? All the dance routines with Bye Bye Bye. Absolutely. Here's your birthday song. It's not very long. Hey. All right, so let's go ahead and do the raffle. So I'm going to pull 3 winners because I have 3 zippered bags. I'm going to pull 3 winners. What you have to do is you have to say that you are here in the chat. Once I see that you are responded, You'll need to send an email to me with your physical mailing address. Remember, you can email me off kiltercrafterian@gmail.com. Forgot my email for a moment. Off kiltercrafterian@gmail.com. Deborah's asking where Road to California is, and I don't remember. No, Mona, I'm not in my new home yet. They are coming to pick up my stuff on Friday. All right, so if you're international, Lucas is going to pick up your international shipping. Oh, Kirk, how do I enter? Oh, Kirk, why did I do that? Deborah, hold on. Okay, I've opened. If you have not entered the raffle, ! Raffle, I'll give you 1 more minute to enter. So, Deborah, go ahead and type in ! Raffle. Ontario, California, not Canada. Sammy says, I think I should get my passport so I can attend some of these. I think you should too. Whee! Chat goes fast. Chat goes fast. 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to close the raffle, and we're going to pick winners. I'm going to pick 3 winners. I forgot to enter. Well, now's your chance. Now is your chance to enter. ! Raffle in the chat. If you've already entered, you don't have to enter again. This was just for the people who needed to enter. Mary Jane, make sure you're using ! Raffle, not the £. Want to make sure you get in there. Donna has been listening while cleaning the fridge. Ew, that's a task. Hopefully you haven't had to encounter anything growing. Ten more seconds. Let's see if Ruth... I just dropped my needle. All right, that's a good time. All right, you just got in, Ruth. All right, I am closing the raffle. Zaza says, I'm not awake. I went for a nap after Donna's quiz. All right, I am closing the entries. And I'm going to go ahead and pick those 3 winners. I'm not going to go click crazy. We're going to do it one at a time here. So here is our first one. Here is the first winner. Fisher. Sherry Fisher? Is that right? Sherry Fisher, you've won the first one. Make sure to reply in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and pick the second winner. Second winner is Christina Montour. Christina Montour, Sherry Fisher. Please let me know that you are here. And if I miss it, let me know. Linda says, your birthday song is stuck in my head, and one of my girls just celebrated her birthday here. That popped into my head, and I was like, oh, no, not now, Linda. Made me chuckle out loud. That's funny. Sherry Fisher and Christina Montour, if you are here, say something in the chat. All you have to do is just say, hey, I'm here, or hi, or something. Let me know. And I'm going to do the last one. GG Quilts. GG Quilts, you won the third one. GG Quilts. So GG Quilts, Sherry Fisher, and Christina Montour, I think this is how I'm pronouncing it. Let me know that you're here in the chat. Christina, I see you. Christina Montour, I see you. I hope I pronounced that right. Christina, email me offkiltercrafterian@gmail.com. You're going to use your, you're going to send me your physical mailing address so that way I can get it to you. So Christina, I see you. You are good. Just email me. Sherry Fisher. Hey, I said it right. What do you know? Sherry Fisher and GG Quilts. Oh, GG Quilts, I see you. GG Quilts, you are here. I see you. You're going to email me off kiltercrafterian@gmail.com. I am getting ready to move, Deb. You are right on that. Hey, there you are. Yes, I'm here. Shocked I won. All right, so all three have won. You're going to send me your physical mailing address off kiltercrafterian@gmail.com. And I just tied a knot accidentally. Dang it. I got this all knotted up. Oh, it's like not knotted. It's like not knotted up. So we're just gonna trim that. Paula says, just got here. Look at all those boxes. You should see the rest of the apartment. It is a mess. It is a mess. What did they win? They won one of the zippered pouches that you see behind me. One of those 3 zippered pouches is going to be headed in their direction. I'm going to pick a random, random person will get a random one. Carol, I got your email. I thought they were a fun little giveaway. Not, I know, right? I know, I gotta pack up my ribbons. I am taking those with me. I'm not gonna load those up onto the moving truck. I am going to take them with me. I might be a little obsessed with like wanting to pack them myself and move them myself, but I don't want anything to happen to them. So I am going to be moving that all myself. Hey, there we go. Threaded the needle. Threaded the needle. Thank you, Banana Joe. I appreciate that. So, let's see here. I'm going to try and get this. There we go. They'll be worth money one day, as they'll be from a famous prize-winning quilter. I don't know about that, Zaza, but I hope that they will bring their recipient joy. Quilting Frog says, I'm excited to finish my foundation paper piece queen-size spider quilt. I've spent 2 days pressing the quilt. Oh my, it's a lot of pressing. Are you moving your machines? Yes, I am moving my machines myself too. I am going to be moving my machines myself. I do not want the movers to touch them, so they will be going in my car. Did you get the center to replace your ribbon? Connie, not yet. I haven't received that yet, but I think they're bringing it to the Quilt Guild meeting. I'm going to my last Quilt Guild meeting here in DFW on Thursday, so I'm going to go hopefully pick it up then. Kathy says, no, you're not. That is a great idea to pack them yourself. I don't want the movers touching them. Don't want it. So, right? Don't need another Grinch. Absolutely. So there we go. I've put the quilt sleeve on the back. Precious cargo goes in the car. And Linda, all of those are precious cargo for sure. So there we go. There is the wall hanging. I know it's not like, it's nothing to show really, but you know, and you can't even see it because I use the same fabric on the back. Becca says, I may be in possession of one Ian's ribbons and I may have taken a variety of selfies with it. This is true. Christina, my email address, offkiltercrafterian@gmail.com. If you type exclamation email into the chat, it will give you the, it'll give you my email address, offkiltercrafterian@gmail.com. It's also listed in the description of this video. If you go down into the description of the video, you should see my email address and you can copy and paste it from there. Isn't it wonderful? I love that little boo quilt. It's so much fun. It is such a fun little quilt. I'm gonna check. Carol, I did get your email. Let me double check spam really quick, see if anybody else gave me, let's see. Sometimes y'all's emails go into my spam. And so, yeah, I haven't received an email from anybody else yet, just Carol. So, I know that wasn't like a fun sew because there's like not any, like, there's not a lot to show for it at the end, you know? Like I don't have anything fun to share at the end. Hey, Beth, good to see you. What? Moved a load of laundry and didn't win? What the hell? Redraw. I gotcha. I was like, what happened? Oh, let's see the front again. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, guys, if you type Beth, exclamation Beth in the chat, you'll get a link to her website. Don't forget, we are still, she's running a 15% off your quilting needs. So if you go to her website, you will enter the code Ian15 at, I'm getting distracted. Bye, Leo. See you later. Yeah, so use 15. Bah! I can't talk. I cannot talk. Beth, say it in the chat so I don't have to. If you use code Ian15 on Beth's website for your long-arming needs, you'll get 15% off your quilting request. There we go. Blah. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. So there you go. Use code Ian15, get 15% off your quilting services. Much better. I should have just said exclamation Beth and that would say it all. I can't talk. I don't know why. It's just happened. So anywho, so yeah, that's the wall hanging. Yes, you do, Becca. So Beth is actually running this through the end of 2024. So you have through the end of the year, you have some quilts that are coming up for Christmas. This would be a great time to use that code at checkout. Susan says, hey, your move is close. No worries, Ian. If I did a YouTube channel, it would be so boring watching me hand quilt. Hey, you know, sometimes we get really exciting videos and then other times we're just sitting here doing hand sewing. So, Beth, I can't wait to put up my wall hanging once I get moved and settled in. I'm so excited to put that out. I'm going to hang on here for just another minute in case anybody else gets an email to me. Sherry is asking for my email, so it should be there. And then, of course, let's see, who else am I missing? I'm just missing Christina. So there you go. All right, so that's what we got today. That's what we were doing. I have to hand tack the bottom of my sleeve. Can I just send them to you? No, because I'm coming up that way, and you know how much I hate hand sewing, so no. Especially because those are big quilts, Becca. Those are bigger quilts, and I'd be sitting there like going on and on and on and on and on. Christina says, I think I finally got the email sent. I was so excited. I've never won anything before. Let me double check my junk folder just to make sure. Because sometimes, for some odd reason, it does go to junk, and I don't know why. There it is. Yep, see, it went to junk mail. I don't know why. Cool. Got it. Got your email, Christina. I'm going to move that to my inbox, so that way it's not in my junk mail, and I'm going to flag that. So that way I have your email, or your physical mailing address on hand. Where did you get the boo pattern for the wall hanging? Meow, this came from last year's Halloween box. It was a pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. They may still have it on their website. I don't know if they do or not, but... Right, Banana Joe, that's true. I am chatting with everybody, so hopefully I'm not boring while I'm chatting. Deb, is this your last live till you get to Virginia? No, this is the penultimate live. So next to last, I will be, all my stuff will be gone next time. Like, you will see a big empty apartment next time. But this is not my last live. I have one more to go. Blue is fine. Yellow snow is pea snow. What did I miss? I missed something because we're talking about blue snow and yellow snow. I don't. Deborah, will you be filming the packing and moving moving to the new place and unpacking? I think it would be a great short in a fast motion. I have not. Maybe I'll record them. Maybe I'll record the movers coming in and like grabbing all my stuff. That might be a good one. I need to remember that. It's a small world after all. It is a small world. One more live next week. You are anything but boring. You can never be boring, Ian. Wishing you safe travels. Thank you, Beth. I really appreciate that. All right. So, I forgot to put in the email. Oh, of course. No worries. I'm just super happy that you got your email to me and we are all good. Will you be sitting on the floor with no furniture? Zaza, you don't know how true that is. I don't know. I think I'm going to have an air mat. I'm going to have I'm looking off camera here because there's a folding chair off camera. I think I'm literally going to be sitting in a folding chair. Like, I'm not going to have my table. I'm not going to have anything. So it's going to be, yeah. Sherry Fisher, I got your email. I appreciate that. Shocked I won. You should be very happy. And it's great. I can't talk. My brain is so over capacity with moving that I cannot talk. Oh my gosh. Too funny. All right, well, minimalist life. Ain't that the truth? I'm going to be living the minimalist life for a few days while I am, oh, Flicky Cheeky. Okay, I got it. Flicky Cheeky says, Beth is quilting snowflakes. They are lovely, but one is yellow, and I'm still a 12-year-old in humor. I totally understand that. Farewell party next week. That's a good idea. Words are hard. You are not wrong, Cindy. Words are hard. Farewell party. Okay, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do an unboxing and farewell party next time. Farewell to Texas. So, right. So excited that you're moving. You're close to moving, but moving is never fun. It is never fun. So I am giddy with excitement. I am also sleep deprived and stressed and all the things. So I think we're going to end it here before I snort again or whatever. Lucas will probably be here soon, so I've got to get ready for putting away the TV. I hate that I'm not going to have a TV all week. That makes me sad, but I'll have my laptop and all that. But anywho, guys, I love you. Thank you guys always so much for spending time with me, watching me literally hand sew, which is, I'm pretty sure, the same as watching paint dry. I appreciate y'all being here today as always, and of course, thank you for supporting my channel and just being here and being supportive and being you. I appreciate it as always. Penultimate live from Texas is done, but that means we only have one more live stream from here in Texas. I'll be opening the Open Gate quilts and of course the Ginger Quilter, both Halloween boxes. I have not seen what's inside of them, so you're gonna be just as surprised as I am. I mean, I'm gonna be just as surprised as you are. Scratch that, reverse it, and I will of course see you next Sunday, everyone. Have a great afternoon, and remember guys, normal is just a setting on the dryer. Love every one of you, and I will see you very soon. Bye everyone.